What's going on, people? I am Sweaver, and this is the Opinionated Facts Self-Improvement Podcast, and I'm joined by my amazing co-host, Judge Be Great and Lovejoy. How y'all doing tonight, ladies?
Doing
Good.
pretty good.
How are you?
I'm good. I don't like that pretty good. It was just dry. Like, it's just like
You want me to say it a little bit better? I am so excited to be here.
that's it. That's it. I like that. To the people that are returning and listeners, thank y'all so much for the continued support. And if you are new on this podcast, what we do is we take certain topics and we break them down to help you with your journey on self-improvement. And so tonight, two topics that we're going to be talking about are going to be time and road rage. Oh yeah, we'll get into it tonight. But we don't like to hold y'all, man. So we're gonna jump right into it. Journey, what you got for us?
So I came up with this topic because I was on YouTube and I came across this channel called Redefine TV. They had a sermon series about time, which was very interesting. They was talking about we have 8,760 hours in a year. And they went on to say the average lifespan is around 77, 78. So there's a lot of math going to be involved in this segment, people. So feel free to pull out your calculator. So let's just say the average lifespan is 78. So therefore, you have 280 hours on this earth. So when you think about that in terms of, let's just say, of course, a lot of us, we're working. And if you're just working like a 40-hour-a-week job, you spend 2,080 hours a year at work. Let's just say you work 40 years on a job that you hate. That is 83,200 hours of your life. And now that's just a 40-hour-a-week job. Now, we know a lot of people, of course, inflation, the economy, a lot of people working overtime. So that could be upwards to like 100,000 hours that you spent on a job that you hate. Okay, so let's take it a step further. Let's just say you're in a relationship for 10 years, a bad relationship, but you don't want to leave because it's your comfort zone. That is 83,200 hours you've spent in a relationship.
Oh, wait.
So let's keep going. Let's just say 20 years of your life. You just kind of drifting. You don't have no real purpose. You don't have no goals. You just like to be outside. You chasing women. You chasing men. You don't really have no ambition, no nothing. 20 whole years. That is 175,200 hours of your life that you haven't really done anything with.
Make me feel pretty bad right now. I got to change some things up, man.
What?
Right.
What? Well, again, I had to calculate my own hours because I'll be, Lord willing, 42 this year.
Okay.
I'll be coming up on 367,920 hours. So that made me evaluate, because if the average lifespan is just say around 78, I'm almost at halfway my hours. But then it just made me think about things a little bit deeper, like how many hours do we spend binge watching Netflix? Yeah. How many hours do we spend in meaningless conversation? How many hours do we spend entertaining people that are not beneficial for our growth? And how many hours do we spend worrying or stressing about situations that we shouldn't have been in the first place?
Talk to us now. Talk to
us.
So it just put things in a different perspective when it comes to time. And I just kind of want people to just really think about it, like, what are you investing your time in? I mean, you can lose money and get it back, but you can't get your time back. So
that's true.
Just something to think about.
I agree with her. It's like, I've heard multiple people say the most valuable thing that you can give someone is your time. And you're right, because you can't get it back. You can, lose $20 and go make it back the next day at work, or you can lose a piece of clothing or buy something that don't fit and go get another item. But you can't get your time back. Like, you can never say, all right, Lord, I messed up. Let me do a redo. Let me try it again one more time, and I'm gonna do right this time.
Right.
Like, you don't get to reset life.
You can't run to nobody and be like, Swaver, can I borrow about, 1,500 hours, 15,000 hours?
You know what this reminds me of? You ever seen the movie In Time? It was pretty much like this. Like, they were trying to buy time to live, and it was just like made you look at how valuable the time that you had was, because eventually it starts to tick down. I think we don't look at it that way. But that's kind of what that movie was about.
Yeah, I haven't seen it. That's interesting. Okay, go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, you good. You didn't work for money. Like, everything that people did was for time. It wasn't for money. So that's what
Oh, okay, okay.
But look, I want to thank you so much for sharing that. You always bring the juice, though, man. Thank you so much. You broke it down really good. I really appreciate that.
Yeah.
Thank you, thank you.
Now, on to the next. This is where we might need to spend a little bit more time. And this topic is going to be about road rage, man. So for those that don't know, first of all, let me slow down a little bit. To my co-host, have y'all ever just experienced road rage?
Yes.
Yeah, I've been on the receiving and I've been on both ends of it. So yeah.
So for those who don't know what road rage is, this comes from the Oxford Dictionary. It's violent anger caused by the stress and frustration involved in driving a motor vehicle in difficult conditions. I thought this was interesting, man, because I mean, for y'all that know or don't know, what I do for a living is drive. And so I was at a truck stop, man, and I remember I was in the parking lot before, kind of like before the person I'm about to tell y'all about. Guy comes flying through the parking lot, and I'm trying to leave the parking lot. But I guess he's thinking I'm trying to race him to the fuel pump. And so like he's like gunning it for the fuel pump. And I'm like, what is this guy doing? Because I'm not even registering that he's trying to race to the fuel pump because I'm trying to leave. So anyway, he comes within like inches of the front of my truck. I mean, just barreling through to try to get to the fuel pump. And so now I'm frustrated. I'm like, man, I want to get out and you know what I'm saying with him. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, I realized that, you know what, this could go a lot further. So I end up just pulling up, and then y'all know, what I'm saying? I looked over there. I'm like, man, you know what? I wish I could, you know what I'm saying? But I didn't do that. I just went ahead and left. And so I just want to bring some awareness to road rage because I think that that's something that we really need to pay more attention to. So I want to do a little bit more research. And so I got this from Google, and it's saying, I just typed in how many people have road rage. It says, according to a 2024 Zebra study, 82% of U.S. drivers have experienced road rage or aggressive driving in the past year. Some common behaviors: honking, yelling, tailgating, changing lanes without signaling, and using rude gestures. Some drivers have escalated their road rage into more serious behaviors, including physical confrontations, fighting, getting out of the car, throwing some hands.
And we've heard stories where people have died,
Yeah.
due to
Yeah,
road.
verbal confrontations. We know people cursing. You can't really hear them, but you can get lip read when when they're talking about through the window. Throwing objects. We've seen that before. Side swiping other vehicles, bumping or ramming other vehicles, and also forcing other drivers off the road. Have y'all seen any of that type of behavior?
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't seen like nobody get forced off the road, but honking horns, cursing, letting down the windows, and all that stuff. Yeah.
Okay, so
I
here's
have been on the phone with a friend when they were trying to run someone off the road, and I was like, "Oh no, this is crazy." But
I hope you were the
yeah.
voice of reason when that going.
Oh no, I went and called help. I was like, I need some help right now.
Now, it's interesting that you're saying that because it says that road rage can lead to death, either through intentional murder or traffic collision. In the year 2023, 483 people were shot in road rage incidents, and 777 of those people actually were killed.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so consumeraffairs.com also says that studies show that 79% or 8 out of every 10 American drivers will demonstrate aggressive behavior. However, males are more likely to exhibit road rage behaviors and have road rage directed at them. That said, there are more male drivers on the road overall, which could influence the prevalence of, it being a higher percentage for males. So, man, did y'all know that? Did y'all know that many people were into those incidents and 777 people were killed in 2023 from road rage accidents?
That's crazy.
Yeah,
That's insane.
I didn't know the exact number, but I know a few of the cases have made like public news. So I knew it was probably more than I thought it was, but I didn't know that's how many people it was.
Yeah, and I wanted to just share this with you guys. So this is another article. So this is from WebMD. And this is the root cause of road rage. But this is talking about if you're prone to road rage. It says that you should get more rest because it's saying that basically a lack of sleep leads to a loss of control. So a lot of people lose control because they're asleep. You have limit alcohol. I mean, clearly we know that. Leave earlier for your destinations. That's one thing I
me.
Yeah, leave early.
I was gonna say I was listening for that. And if they didn't have it, I was gonna include that leave early because I have a tendency to want to get mad at everybody for doing the speed limit because I left late. So yeah.
Okay, good. Self improvement right there. Look, play soothing music. Be aware of your driving. Put pictures of your loved ones on the dashboard. I've never heard of that before.
That's a good one, though.
Yeah, it says this will help you remember. Basically, hey, come on home. They need you to come home, so it's not that big of a deal.
Yeah.
And basically, it's just saying that hey, this will cost you more than you know if you get into it with somebody on in the road rage. It says if you feel threatened by somebody that's a rager, it says do not tailgate them. If they want to pass and you can tell they want to pass, let them pass. Don't return gestures. So don't shoot a bird. You know what I'm saying? Then if they shoot you a bird, don't shoot them a bird back. But I know a lot of people not listen to that, but it could save your life. Yeah, you probably should.
Yeah.
Stay behind the person who is angry at all costs. You do not want to put yourself in front of them. You want to stay behind them. So that way they're not really focusing on you. It says if necessary, pull off the road and take an exit and let them go on by the way. It also says don't make eye contact. Now, what's interesting is in the same article, I hope you guys get a chance to read it. It's a guy named Barry Markell. I think he's a doctor or something like that. But he said that actually you probably should make eye contact because if something does happen or go down, you'll be able to identify them to the police if it escalates to that point. So what do you guys think about that?
I'm bad about not making contact when I know I did something wrong.
Right.
You get
when
that
I know I'm
stiff
in the wrong, I look for it. But yeah, and I will say this too. Now, if somebody following you, I mean, drive to the police station if they follow you.
That's true. That's
They gonna
true.
turn
Now,
off.
I'm not gonna lie, y'all. I have gotten so much better, but I was a horrible road rage driver. And I think it was from that lack of sleep because I was getting up so early and my job was like 45 minutes away and I had to be there at 7:30. And so it was just like so much traffic and I was really bad. And I think I saw the movie Road Rage or my mom sent it to me and was like, you need to watch this. And I was like, I'm not watching that. Like,
How are you that bad, Joy?
Yeah, she was bad. She had to be bad.
Oh,
Mama
I was horrible. And so I watched and I was like, you know what? You got a point. It's never escalated to the point that someone tried to kill me or my family. But I'm a better person in life now.
Growth is a beautiful thing.
Yes, it is. Enter the car with a different feeling now. That's good. All right, to our listeners, man, I just want to ask you guys, what y'all doing with y'all time? After hearing what Journey had to say, how y'all spending y'all time? Put it in the comments below. And also, I want to know, y'all some road raging people out there. Y'all running people out the road. Y'all shooting birds. What y'all doing out here? Y'all ready to fight? Ready for it to go down or somebody side swipe you or something like that? What y'all doing? Let us know in the comments below. Thank y'all so much for always listening. And man, we can't thank y'all enough for the support. I am Swayber, joined by my amazing co-host, Journey to be great and Lovejoy. This is the Opinionated Facts, self-improvement podcast. Until next time, peace.